It seems that it's already
Hello, good
5 p.m.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ola. How are you today?
Good, how are you? Is it raining in Lombok?
It's raining. It was raining. Now it's finished.
Oh, okay, good. Now here is starting raining, so we also have raining season.
It's okay in Amsterdam with the rain.
Sorry?
It
It's
is okay. There's
yeah,
no
it's
flood.
no, it's okay, it's okay. It's just autumn, like also almost every day is raining. But last week was quite sunny, so we don't complain.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But it's getting colder, yes?
Yeah, it's 10 degrees now, I think. Yeah, so it's cold.
Lombok is 30.
My dream.
Come back, Ola.
Yes, I will soon.
Bentar ya, Mbak. Tes, tes. Tes, tes. Bentar, Mbak. Kok anu ya, Mbak? Iya.
Nah, ini sudah ya teman-temanku semua. Nanti kalau mau ngomong ini ya.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Unfortunately, there has been a power outage in the place I'm in. Before we start, can I check that? Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much,
Yes.
everyone. Before we will start the webinar. Radami, is that all right? Then I will start right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar From Crop to Care, where agrotourism meets food and skincare trends. This event is proudly brought to you by ECCO Foundation in collaboration with the 5P Global Movement. Thank you all for joining us today from wherever you are. We are very thrilled to have you all with us, and we're looking forward to an engaging and informative session together. My name is Aisha Tanya, and I will be the MC and moderator accompanying you today. Before we start, I'd like to remind everyone of a few house rules. The first one is to please keep your microphone muted throughout the sessions and avoid any background noises. And then feel free to use the chat feature to ask questions or leave comments as the session progresses. Make sure to write down your name too so we know who to address the questions. Any questions asked will be addressed as many as we can during the Q&A session. Now let's move on to the next agenda. Before we move forward to the main session, we will first listen to an opening remarks delivered by the representative of ECCO Foundation. The opening remarks will be delivered by Ms. Warisa Tanaya Pramanasapati. The floor is yours.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, am
Yes,
I
we can
audible?
hear you. Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you, Naya.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, so good afternoon, everybody. Selamat sore. Dzień dobry to everybody. Yeah, terima kasih. Thank you so much that you have all gathered here on this nice afternoon in which we can, have a discussion, hopefully, and also have a very fruitful, insightful talk regarding some of the best practices that have been done here from various speakers that we have here today. I am so grateful. First of all, I want to extend many thanks and a great welcome to our speakers, to Ms. Sri Trisnawati. Thank you so much for, always taking the time to help out ECCO and sharing your very insightful opinions and also experiences from various from a lot of years on the field. And I also want to extend a great hello, hi, selamat siang, selamat sore to Coco and also to Mr. Anton Zizan over there, or also known as Amit Darto. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy days all the way there from Genglang, PLU. They are so dedicated to what they do. I'm so proud and so grateful and so honored to have them here today to speak based on their experiences and the knowledge that they have gathered all of these years. So from the topic here, we know that, that we are gathered here to talk about from crop to care. We're going to talk about the best practices of how all of these speakers have managed to integrate their knowledge, their best practices, and their creativity in developing practices that are sustainable and also, relatable to everybody in the community. And hopefully we can, learn something that can be applied in our own communities today. I encourage everybody to, join in the conversation, to write your comments, to ask questions to our speakers here today. And I also am looking forward to listening to your comments. Everybody in the audience can, share some of their experience as well here on this talk today. And before I finish, I would like to extend my very grateful thank you to the committee here. We have various people here today. We have Ola, all the way from Amsterdam. We have Ais, we have Tami there from Yogyakarta. We also have Riris, who's helping us from Mataram as well. Without you guys, this would not have been able to be conducted today. So again, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. And I hope that you have a very nice discussion. Enjoy the talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Naya, for the opening remarks. We hope that today's webinar will also go well for everyone. As now we move on to the next agenda. As stated in our registration form, this webinar will be consisted of two sessions. In today's sessions, our discussion will focus on agrotourism initiatives. Today's esteemed speakers are all people who has contributed and are expert or practitioners in this topic. I am very honored to introduce all of them today. To kick off our sharing session, I would like to introduce Mr. Darto Suharsanto, or famously known as Amit Darto. He is a local coffee farmer and a producer who has been practicing sustainable farming in Genggelang, Lombok. He is also the owner of Coffee Bamboo Souvenir and a local tour guide who is also concerned about sustainable tourism. Maybe for Amit Darto, is he available? Is he on the spot right now? All right. Then I guess since the speaker is already here, we will give the floor to Amit Darto. Mr. Amit Darto, please deliver your session for 8 minutes. The floor is yours, sir.
I think he's gone for now because I saw him for a second and now he left the webinar. Maybe signal problems with signal.
All right. Because of connection
Okay.
difficulties, for now, we will move the first session to the second session and we will switch up the speakers. I suppose right now I will introduce the first speaker of the day, Mrs. Sri Trisnawati, a local agrotourism initiative from Lantan Village, Lombok. Mrs. Trisna is also another initiator of agrotourism in Lombok, particularly from Lantan Village. Alongside of initiating an agrotourism for Lantan Village, she also was an active researcher on sustainability who contributed in research in International Sustainability Academy in Germany for 6 months in this year. For Mrs. Trisna, are you already ready here?
Yeah,
All right.
audible.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Trisna. Then I will give the floor to Mrs. Trisna. Please deliver your sharing session for 8 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. First, I'd like to say I'm very honored to be a part of this webinar and to share my experience in agrotourism. And my name is Sri Trisnawati, and you can call me Trisna. And now I'm currently in Bali to be representative of ISA Germany to join the EDE program, Eco Village Design on Education in Pemeteran, 4 hours from Denpasar. And I've been doing this agrotourism since 2017 in Lantan with the local community there, especially for the youths, then the one who manage the agrotourism, and then the housewife communities and the woman farmer group there. Our mission is actually we want to promote that sustainable practices is not only just lean on the Western standard. It's not only because we are not talking about sustainable green movement, everything on those things like gender equality. We always lean on the Western guidelines, global North guideline and agenda. But the thing is, we also forget that how we disconnected to our root, how we disconnected to our traditional knowledge. So we want to promote this. Traditional knowledge also has a value on sustainability. They also promoting sustainable practices, and they have the local wisdom that we have been practicing for a century, for 1,000 years, in which that they are really close to the nature. The thing is, it's not only just like when you are being sustainable, it doesn't mean that you have to like being vegan or you have to be like practices some of the example like permaculture or what, but you have to look back on your local wisdom. In the local wisdom also they also practice sustainable that we want to do. We want to preserving the traditional knowledge and also promoting that local wisdom also have sustainable value. That is our big agenda, our big goals that we want to show that even though that's with the local life, local wisdom is still sustainable. It's not only just merely on the like United Nations guideline or Western guideline. It doesn't mean that I said that they are wrong or right. No, it's just that there are always a variation of way in sustainable and agrotourism. And also, we believe that in integrating the agriculture, especially the traditional knowledge practices, it also can empower the locals. Because when I visit many eco-village designs or EDE program, it's always the one who actively involve and manage those things is international. But in Lantan, in agrotourism's culture initiative in Lantan, we wanted to empower the local in which that this initiative is from the local by the local to the local. So it's not only just like, oh, it can generate income from them or fostering their economic growth. No, but they are also empowered. They have the potential. Because when we do the empowerment movement or initiative, we tend to see that they are below of our levels. We tend to see that they are not capable to do it. They are capable, they have a potential, but the thing is they don't have access, they don't have a place, they don't have media to do it. So that's what we want to do, that local people also capable. That's what empowerment is actually. Because maybe I just want to share some of my experience in regarding on international forums, conference, high level discussion. I see that we have a tendency when we do the empowerment, especially in the grassroots community level, we have a tendency to see that we are much better than you. Now we are come here to tell you to do A, B, C, because with our help you will be better. No, that's what I always see. So that's why in this initiative, we want to show that, as what I said, the locals people also have a capability and potential to empower themselves. And we are not here to be their savior or hero, but here we are also to help them to be power, to be independent for themselves. That is maybe my sharing about the why that's the reason behind all of this initiative. And also, we in this our agrotourism, we believe that when it comes to food security or how to sustainable in agriculture, especially how we are really consuming in fast-paced life and how we always buying something instant and we always waste food because of we don't know how the food is processed from the scratch to the table, from the farm to the table. That's why in our agrotourism activity, we emphasizing the visitors that come to our village, they will learn the argo. I'm sorry, I hear something noises. And we want to promote that when you know the process, the food from the farm to the table, you will be more appreciated, and it will be our goal is the waste food will be decreased because of you will appreciate the food when you know how it come and how you process it. It's not only just cooking process, but also from the harvesting, planting, and everything. That's what we do. Maybe you can next slide, please. Okay, can maybe we can skip those slide again. Okay, again. Next, please. This is how my village look like. If you see, that's how my village look like. We have 24 waterfalls. We have rice field, fertile lands, and many more. So like the potential of Lantan because of close to the Ranjani mountain. That's what we want to utilize. It's not only just for them to be focused on the farming agriculture, but how we integrate all those things to be tourism. And it can generate income, and also it can promote gender equality, because in our initiative 65% of this initiative is the woman participation is 65%. And it's not only just to be the one who guide the visitor to cook or who guide the visitor to farmer, but also the one who also have capability in decision making, in which that we in which that the leader of this initiative is female. This is my triplet TV, and not only the leader but also the co-member. And this is what our ecotourism package, in which that there is bilan tanner, in which the local, I know the visitor can experience how the local people live, and how actually village lifestyle, how they experience. So like in you know in initiating the agrotourism, you doesn't need to be more advanced in technology or advanced in everything. You just observe what is the potential of your village and what is something we can utilize, and to manage all those things, to design all those things become ecotourism package. So building ecotourism, building agrotourism doesn't have to be more much investment in money. It's just you need to see and to observe. If you know about the principle of permaculture, one of the principle is to observe and interact. So when you observe and interact and de-learning of your landscape, of your location, you will know what is the potential, what is something my place can be offer. So that's the things we want to promote, that everyone can do this initiative. Next, please. So this is what our value is, what I told before, that we want to promoting sustainable consumption and preserving traditional knowledge. And in this, on those value, that is community empowerment, because we want to empower. This initiative is from the local, by the local to the local, 100% the locals. And the resources as well, it's not only the human capital, but also the natural resources is 100% local. And also we want to promote sustainability practices in traditional knowledge and local wisdoms, and also community engagement and cultural immersion. Because when I do my interview with some of the foreigners, especially the people come from the Europe that who has been visiting Indonesia, when they say that, okay, I am visiting eco village and like village-based tourism, but I don't feel like I'm connecting to the local. It's like it's just really focused on me. And in Lantan, that's why in Lantans, one of our way is we don't build a private homestay. It doesn't mean that we are prohibited it, but we are merely emphasizing on community empowerment, local empowerment, in which that we utilize the locals' houses as the homestay. So every visitor that come and stay in Lantan, they will stay with the local in the local houses. They will share their food, they will share the way they cook, the way they eat, how, what is the value, what is the philosophy, why that you have to use your right hand to eat, why that you have to sit, and anything that is very, very village life and how they connect. So the visitor can really connect into the net, to the people, and it also ensure the equitable of the land ownership. You know, in Bali or in Lombok or in tourism area, it always the problem of land ownership, in which the some of the one who have a privilege or power or money that actually own the land, and the local or around them, they has only be the worker, not that really empower. And also, of course, authentic experiences. Next, please. This is what we do in agrotourism, with that you are picking the plants, hunting the local foods, and then cooking with the locals, with the housewife community, and then learn how the coffee, traditional coffee produced in Lantan village. Next slide, please. And when you are talking about the eco village, you always talking about community, 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 and community. That's what we do in Lantan, in village. I think it's not only in Lantan village, but all over village in Lombok or in Indonesia, we have really strong communities work, collective work, in which that we called gotong royong, in which that the people, the community gather. So this is what actually we also to promote that the gotong royong, the value of the community, the value of the eco village has been there in the village itself, like how all of the society working together to help their locals, their communities. That's also when they come to Lantan, they will experience to work together with the local. Next, please. This is what actually our guest said that you can find on our website and our Instagram, and how the testimonial from the visitors, not only the international, but also the domestic visitors. This is so in this initiative, I'm not work alone, but I work also with my triplets. This is me, Trishna, and the Middle East TV is the leader of these initiatives, and Tanti. Three of us is the founders of these initiatives, and I'm not working alone. Without them, I cannot do it. This one, like there are many obstacles that we have been facing because of we are women. We have been facing a backlash, boycott, even physical attacks from the youths, especially from the the male group in the village. But luckily that we are finally face all those things, and now the village trust us, appointed us to manage the the agrotourism and ecotourism in our village. This is what we do. The first thing, how come that we becomes we manage the ecotourism? First, that we our goal in 2016 is only to to give a place for the children to have some not only fun activity but also benefit activity to them to fill their time after they're going to school, because of the number of a child marriage is very high. That's what we do at the first, and after that all this activity from the house, it become the ecotourisms. It's only in one hamlet at the first. It's not like whole village. It started in 2016. We just want to give a place for children to play, to learn, and also we also send them to the city to join the competition, so they can have an experience in outside of their village, and it can open their mind that actually your world is not only stop in your village. Your world is not only just end up marrying your the man or the woman in your village. Next slide, please. And this is what we do now, that we manage a village-based tourism in our village. That's our emphasizing is to empowerment the women and the youths. And this is how we achieving the global scale, in which there's you can see here we awarded beasiswa NTB scholarship, three of me on my triplet, also Australian award short courses, and ISA sustainability in Germany. So all of this global achievement that we hope that we can also improving and also scaling our networking in the international level. Next slide, please. So this is what I want to, before closing my statement, that if you want to do empowerment, initiative, movement, or whatever you call, if you are still carrying in your mind that savior mindset, this is a screenshot from the one of the Western series. So it's just how we think ourselves. So I hope that if you still have that savior mindset in your mind, please to hold your initiative first. Before doing the empowerment, just don't ever think, or please try to avoid that savior mindset, because of you and the people that the beneficiary, or we call it beneficiary, is the same level. You are the same level as human. All of you have the potential, but yes, you have a privilege than them. But before doing the movement, please avoid it, that savior mindset. Please, next slide. Yeah, as what I said, that when you do the empowerment, it doesn't mean that you are trying to say that they are not able to do it. But empowerment is mean that to give them power, to give them access to enriching. So like instead of saying capacity building, it's be better to say capacity enriching, or instead of saying that we want to transfer our knowledge to you as the beneficiary, that we want to do empowerment. No, I think it's much better to say co-learning. You are learning together. You have a mutual learning together with the beneficiary, with the one that you do the places that you do the initiatives. Next slide, please. Yeah, if you want to find us about our Agrotourism initiative, you can find us on our social media. Next slide, please. This is the barcode scan if you want to know more about Lantans. It will lead to you to several links like the social media, the YouTube, and everything.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Trishna, for the wonderful delivery. I hope that everyone who already participated in this webinar would be interested in visiting Lantan one day. Maybe for all the participants who has any questions about Lantan or how Mrs. Trishna initiated agrotourism in Lantan, please drop by your questions in the group, in the chat box. Don't forget to include your name, and we will address your questions later. All right, I think since we already kickstarts our webinar today with the presentation from Mrs. Trishna, right now we should continue our sharing session with our other speaker, Mr. Darto Suharsanto or Amit Darto. Hello, Amit Darto, are you here?
Okay, I am here. Sorry, I
Hello,
am
Amit
the
Darto,
way.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you for being here, sir, today. Are you
Yes,
on the way
even I am the
somewhere?
car. Yeah, I am in the car coming back from Senaru was to pick up some guys. Even I work, it's okay. I will to make a great time for ECCO. Okay. Yes. This is about our make education for the people on my village from beginning the processing of the coffee and carve. So, oh yeah, my name is Darto Suharsanto from North Lombok. So I'm products for coffee and also I do it tour guide in Lombok too. Yeah, I introduce about the how to be my good quality for coffee and introducing about the coffee plantation farming and the system like that. So the that is a bamboo carving. Bamboo carving that is I will use for coffee drip. Even is similar like 360 or Vietnam drip, but mostly for in front. We want to make the local product is in front. So that's why I make modification for bamboo and coconut because in here, so too many like bamboo and coconut, and then people from here is not like yeah, not really good for looking potential for the bamboo. The looking only just something like rubbish and then make fire or something. But for me, that really amazing. Bamboo we can do for anything like yeah, like make a drip, some souvenir, package for coffee or making house for we can do for all. And then so that my cup I take the educated for the people in my village and how to make and then teach learn for almost every day for that and then so balance with the include the coffee because in my village is many coffee farm, yeah. So the knowledge about the how to take quality for coffee from the harvest. So we have to like sharing from for farmering, sharing with the farmering how to harvest and have to choosing with the cherry with the kind of bean we use it, and then so until the processing for fermented system like then, because normally I use like anaerobic system fermented until wine coffee that I will make it then in my village. And then so after that we with the farmering for try together for make it. And then so right now I'm really happy is coffee from me. I mean it's like a coffee bamboo is already come to Europe. That is good. Even like my souvenir too, like that. And then so yeah, many things is like a local culture. So we make promotion for the tourism come visiting to my village like that. Okay, next maybe my friend want to talk about that. Sorry, my English not really
Okay.
good.
No worry, Ami, you're like really good. Okay, guys, I will like take over for a few minutes because sadly we've got a bit of technical issue here. So, but we have to run this webinar, right? So, as you can guys see here, like on the screen, you guys notice this really unique coffee drip made of bamboo. Like when we go to coffee shop, getting those overpriced coffee, guys. But here in Ganggelang, you can see that they serve this amazing coffee fresh from the plant. They just freshly pick it up and then process it and serve it right to you with this unique drip that you guys can ask later about this, right, Ami?
Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
see ya.
okay. Okay, so we will have more discussions about like what this device actually maybe and like what's so unique about coffee bamboo and everything. But we have to go to our next speaker here. We've got Mas Agus Sastrawan, or the stage name is Mas Koko. Mas Koko, are you here?
Yes, Matami, I'm here.
Hi, Mas Koko, how are you?
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm good. How about you,
Okay,
Matami?
we are all doing well. So, to all participants here, you have to know this is Mas Koko. He comes from this village in Lombok, right, Mas Koko?
Yes.
Yes. And maybe he want to share a bit about what he's doing in the village and what kind of tourism initiative he has been doing in his village. Because that's really unique about him. You know, like the local heroes trying to bring up the village to the global, society and like getting the knowledge even from the global society. So are you ready to share, Mas Koko?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Please share a bit about what happens here.
Yeah, firstly, I want to thankful to our join us in this afternoon. My name is Coco. I'm from Ganggalang, also some village with Ami Darto.
Ya, ya, lanjut kok.
Do you have a Batam flyer?
Hi, Mas Koko. Yes, you're audible, right? Okay, so can you help to share a bit like what kind of actions you are doing in your village?
Yes, I'm just doing a little bit from my big village here in Lombok. For sustainability tourism, me and Ami Darto also the same job, like as a local guide, and then taking everyone and inviting the people to come, also people from the other nation to come.
Yes, right.
Mm.
Mm. Yes, I can see here that you also guide some famous person here. Like we see that you guide Marina Tasha.
Yeah. Also, we did with Marina Tasha. She come like 3 times to our
Mhm.
village, and then she is wonderful people, and also she help us in here, and so many things that we do here with Marina Tasha, and then many
Yes.
people again, so many people.
Yeah, you've got so many people. But
Yeah.
we wonder about the story, Mas Coco, like how it's all started. What
Uh,
makes you go to this step of sustainable tourism?
okay. How was the sustainable tourism start? I joined with the tourism in here in Ganglang at 7 1917. And then we are making like a destination, prepare the destination, and then join with the local people in Ganglang, and then all handicraft in Ganglang. Yeah, we do something like that.
Okay, but can we know like what kind of actions do you do there? Like, for example, what kind of tourism package maybe you offer, or what kind of activities tourists can do in your village?
Oh yeah, also here we have a package, tourism package, and then we are do so many things that we can do, like start from evening. If you come in the early in the evening, so we start like go to the rice field, go to the coffee garden, and then we get like prospecting for the coffee, and then after that we can uh, see how the coffee process with the local people here. Yeah, and then after that we can go to the cacao garden, chocolate. I mean chocolate garden. There are so many kind of chocolate. And then if you want to do like until you want to make a silver queen, also here we have like a local silver queen.
Okay, that's really excellent. Actually, guys, we prepare kind of like video for
Uh,
you to see how Genggelang looks like maybe. So after this, we will go to our discussions. But before that, you might like see what happens in Genggelang, what kind of also agrotourism is over there and sustainable tourism as well. Then after that, we will come to a more deep discussions. For example, like maybe the challenge that each of these villagers or local hero face during their promotion in sustainability. Okay?
okay.
Okay. So stay tuned for we will watch a short video. Please have a nice and enjoy. Sudah aku share? Sudah mau belum?
partner with filmmakers that would be willing to take on. First step is you need to go to the mosque, find the second envelope, and write down the information related to the history of the village. Okay.
Itu kunjungan Raja Magadha India itu terjadi pada abad ke-9 dan ada di Indonesia. So there are points that believe from the prophet also or Noah.
There's two ways. You can charge here, or you can open the seal and take the battery and bring to your room and you can.
All right, thank you so much, Mbak Tami, for giving us the videos of how Genggelang village works. I hope that everyone enjoyed the videos and have more interest to visit Genggelang in the future or have interested in Genggelang in general. I suppose that right now we can dive into the discussion section. I thank you very much for all our speakers today, Ame Darto, and also Mas Boko and Mrs. Trisna today for giving us such insightful sharing sessions. Speaking of this Genggelang village, I have always wondered that I think that all of you guys are all local heroes. I have questions to ask if you may answer me. Maybe from Mrs. Trisna and Idarto and also Mas Koko, since you guys are all very deeply connected to the village, I was wondering, why do you think that agrotourism initiatives are often started in villages? Maybe perhaps would you guys give us like some sort of answer to enlighten our questions?
Can I answer?
Yes, sure, Mrs. Trisna, feel free.
This answer is not that I'm being stereotypical here, but the thing is why it always start in village, because agriculture is starting in a village. It's always strongly associated with the village life. When you are talking about agriculture or pertanian, it's always start in a village. We rarely see urban agriculture activities, and agriculture is one of the oldest way to live, one of the oldest way the human to survive, and on those activities is strongly and still strongly practicing in the village. That's why agriculture always start in a village, and agrotourism is, I can say that is one of the best practice to initiate the agrotourism is as well in the village. But it doesn't mean that the urbans or the city life that cannot do that. They can do that. It's be very good example on how it actually we can integrate between the urban life, the urban place, the cities, region with the agriculture. We can like change those perspective. But this answer is doesn't mean that I'm trying to be stereotypical here, but that's what I perceive as someone actually grow and raise in the village. And when you talk about farmer, mostly someone who work as farmer, they live in a village as well, and it's one of the best way to start, because sometimes you want to start the initiative or community empowerment. You always see something that need to be changed, but you always ignore something that is exists has been existed. So that's how we utilize something that says has been existed, and how we also improving on those aspects. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Trisna, for the question, for the answer. Or maybe I would like to engage Mas Koko better. Mas Koko, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hello, Mas Koko. I've already read that you already been a tour guide for quite some time right now. Why do you think, as a tour guide, what makes villages in Indonesia so appealing? Why it's so interesting so that tourists from other countries would like to visit Indonesia, particularly Genggelang? Maybe we would like to know how your experiences have already mattered in this case.
Okay. Why I'm being a tour guide? Because, for example, when we are going to some place and we didn't know the place, and we don't know, I mean, when we don't know the place, so we need someone to guide you, to take you, to taking care of you. Yeah, so that's what in my mind. So when every people or visitor come, so I will try to give them my best for the village and for the visitor as well. Because here in Genglang we have many places to visit. Like from the top, there are so many coffee garden, and then if you going to the down, there are so many cacao, and then all of kind of the fruit we have in Genglang. So that's why I want to show all the thing, all the thing that we have in Genglang, like waterfall as well. And then here we have history for Genglang village. Oh yeah, I want to tell you here we have Lost Village story. The Lost Village story. Yeah, that is very interesting. So guys, if you come to Genglang, I will take you to the man. He is the old man, and he knows all the thing about the missing village. And then after missing village, we go to the waterfall, and then join with the community. Yeah, so many things that we can do. Like so many interesting things that we can do here. Just please come to my place. Thank you.
So much, Mas
If
Koko.
if I may
Now
just
already.
comment, I absolutely agree what Mascoko said. And
Yes.
Amit, because Genggelang is an absolutely amazing village with beautiful places, and the history of Lost Village is very interesting. So I encourage you to reach out to Mascoko and learn more about this. And yeah, absolutely agree what they said. It's an amazing experience, and hopefully we can encourage more people to come and visit Genggelang. And thank you also, Ms. Trishna, what you said, and your presentation was absolutely interesting. And I have just one comment on that. That indeed, many people, especially from Europe or from America, from a Western side, they have this impression to go to visit and be what you said, like it's about me, it's not about what I see, right? So this is very very important to emphasize that that we as European, we need to start thinking that we are going to see the places where we meet people, right? Where we meet collective, when we meet the places where we are a guest, we are not the host, right? So unfortunately nowadays, I think a lot of people are so focused on themselves and the way they are traveling, and they are keep forgetting that they are visiting places and people and language and all the collective stuff. So thank you for emphasizing this during your presentation, because this is very important. And I think agrotourism is about that, about collective, about seeing the big picture, not only the subjective human being that we think we are. So thank you very much for all your voices.
All right, thank you so much, Ola, for the commentaries. It's true that we also, as a young generation, if we perform all around the world, we need to connect more with people. I suppose that it is true. So, actually, someone commented in the comment section. Hendra commented how to involve more youth to do agriculture. I think this question is really suited to our speakers today. Maybe because Ms. Amit Darto hasn't, we haven't really heard from Amit Darto. Amit, maybe you can answer. How do you make young people interested to do agriculture, especially maybe Genggelang people?
Yes, okay. Thank you for the question. So, how to make the kid or people the interesting with what I do in my village? Sure, because the kid they can interaction with the tourists. I mean, with the Western people, even from language they can learn together and then learn together with the tourism. Come visit to my village, and then so they can do together activity also with the local activity. Example is like yeah, sometimes they're looking something vegetable they can do for similar like cooking class, but that is more little bit adventure because have to looking by own for like vegetable to behind the river or maybe to rice field, take some vegetable, then with the kid together also they can do. And then so after that we can to be cooking together in my small kitchen in Kertara Harja in Genggelang. So after that they ate together, same like really, really local style that we do it in my village. Like today. Like today is a have guys from America and from Australia. So they come from the island only just want to know what our program in Genglang, only just like 2 hours. And then so we do little bit for explore about the Genglang and then take some vegetable on the way. And then when we back, so we have to cooking together and we eat together. And then only just 2 hours and have to bring bring them to Senaru village for look some traditional village there, and then there spend the night there. There right now is still on the car coming back from Senaru, and then so for the exploring like forest, they can learn about the how they use medicine from the forest and which one the leaf they can eaten, which one the leaf they can use for medicine from the sticky forest, even for that we take how to be knowing kind of the fruit or leaf for the use of that like that it's what now I know about the foresting, so I have program is eco tour for exploring Ganglang, even forest or farming, because all the program is the education tourism is in place. Okay, like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ami, for the answer. I suppose that connecting and engaging youth in picking up vegetables and cooking will surely give youth very important feelings so that they will be able to also be involved more in agriculture. Maybe Mas Koko, would you like to, or Mrs. Krishna, would you like to give other comments on these questions? Maybe do you guys have other perspective or opinions to involve more youth to do agriculture?
To involve more youth to do the agriculture actually is not that really problem in my village because of most of the farmer they will inherit their land to their 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 children. That's why it's not that really challenging. It's difficult for us to the youth in Lantan to be to be work in agriculture field. But the thing is, what we want to do is to promote that agriculture is not that so old style working or is just do by the village in the local people in the village, but agriculture can give you more than just rice, more than just a food, but also agriculture and how we truly promoting agriculture by integrating with other people, other fields like tourism, like science, everything like permaculture, lifestyle, and on those things. So how to give them info? First, you have to trust them that they are able to do the agriculture and also integrating agriculture with another's generated incomes, work or activities. Those things is my answers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Trishna. Maybe from Mas Koko, is there any comments?
Yes. Yes, the youth is very important in the village. In their village. So that's why here in Ganggelang we start to invite the youth to join us, but not only in tourism. we are invite them like from the social community, and then teach them to care of the community, and then also here we have like English course weekly, and then so many yacht we invite, and then after that many yacht come, and then some of our team teaching them how to interested and taking care with the local tourism, with the local sustainability tourism. Yes, that's all. Thank
I
you.
see. Thank you very much, Mas Koko, for the answer. Now, maybe to sum it up for the questions by Hendra, how to involve more youth to do agriculture? The answer is by engaging more youth and connecting with youth, both to nature and by the practice of agriculture itself. We must trust that the youth is still interested and is capable in doing agriculture, and therefore, by engaging them to connect with nature and the practice itself, we will be able to involve more youth to do agriculture in the future. Now, thank you for the question, Mr. Hendra. Now, let's move on to the next question from Aditya Pramanaputra. Hello, speakers. What is the biggest obstacle in your line of work? Maybe since we already got questions, got answer from Mas Koko, maybe we first can get answers from Mrs. Trisna. Can you tell us what is the biggest obstacle in your line of work?
The biggest obstacle is usually first is to change the way the local people mindset because they thought that tourism is mass tourism, especially when your initiative is not mass tourism's value but sustainable tourism. So the income, the economic impact is not that as fast as what the mass tourism do. So how actually to be patient and to motivate them to still keep actively involved in the society. That is one of our biggest challenge is how actually mixed tourism is so different than sustainable tourism, especially in economic impact. And the second one is also about how this initiative is actually can promote gender equality, because when you're talking about agriculture and village life is very patriarchy, is very like man's lead. That's how we want. One of our biggest challenge for our 7 years initiative is that we want to promote share pay in all the community, despite of your gender, despite of the gender, but based on the capability. We got a backlash, we got a boycott on all those things, because of we also empower the woman, because before that woman is only for the cooking, only for welcoming guests. That's the only the area that they do. But in our initiative, we also want women also actively involved in our initiative. That's one of the biggest obstacle that I do, the how to change the perspective and the mindset, and to raise the awareness of sustainable tourism and also the gender equality in the village. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, Mrs. Trisna. Maybe from Mrs. Trisna answer, we can conclude that the biggest obstacles for Mrs. Trisna probably in Lantan is to change the mindset of the importance of sustainable tourism that is not the same as mass tourism, and maybe to also include more women as to promote more sustainable tourism, and not only the tourism that brings mass tourists to the Lantan in Lombok. Perhaps right now we can have answer probably from Ami Darto. Ami, can you tell us what is the biggest difficulties probably in Ganggelang?
Some is because for is really difficult is how to make okay like people and to welcome say welcome when visitor is coming to our village like that. And then so we have never like boring for give the education for that. Okay, it's okay, still on? You are
Yes, it's still audible.
okay. So I have to, it's like sometimes we make work together with some university for any program for my class. I mean, is take something education for the people for understanding and open mind about the tourism. I mean, about the tourism visit now is almost the people will say welcome because we have the program like for make something like souvenir they can sell what the people have they can sell to my guys, and then that 100% that is not my business. I given for the local people business. I just helping for the economy about the local people on my village like that. So I'm really happy now. Is enthusiast for the kid or people for how to knowing about the English language. Really good. It's nice to be have like a preschool on the Coco Place. So some of the kid is come to the Coco Place for get her English school there. I'm really happy there. And so I just helping how can the how to be good. Yeah. When the kid want to know about anything and then translate little bit if not understand like that to the kid when I have because the tourism they can a communication like head be head with the tourism and local right? Okay, I think it's like that. Thank you.
I see. Thank you very much, Ami, for the answers. Perhaps communication is one of the biggest obstacle that Ami Darto is facing in Ganggelang, and by having good communications, the obstacle can also be surpassed. Next up, maybe Mas Koko, can you tell us from the side of maybe tour guiding, what is actually the biggest obstacle or difficulties in your work?
Yes. Actually, the difficult thing is like not really much when we are working, when we are guiding people, because I'm sorry, many people, I mean mostly people in Genglang right now, they can understand how the tourism, what is the tourism is, and then they welcome what is the tourism is, and then the community also can connect it with the tourism. So the problem not really with the local, I mean with the people, but the problem is with the facility, some of facility. Yeah, I think that's all.
I see. Thank you very much for the answer, Mas Koko. So facility is one of the biggest obstacle for Mas Koko. So maybe from As Aditya, the biggest obstacles from our speakers today is firstly from Mrs. Trishna is changing the mindset of the Lantan people and also promote and introduce more women to be involved in the agrotourism tourism, and also from Amit Darto is for forging effective communications with the locals, and from Mas Koko is the lack of facilities that should be used in this line of work. Thank you for the question, Aditya. The next question is from Muhammad Refi. Thank you for the presentation. It was very profound and insightful. Muhammad Refi got a question for Ms. Trisna. What would be next, as in like in this initiative are very specialized and concentrated in a particular area. So what would be the next move? Do you want to make this more well-known and thus engage more visitors, or create a more widespread impact? Or would you aim for an even more concentrated approach towards the community instead? That's the question, Ms. Trisna. Would you like to answer now?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Our next move is we want to expand our work to the global network, in which that we want to also expanding our work that by doing some collaboration initiative and project with another organization. If you heard about Jen and Genoa, Jen is Global Eco Village Network and Global Eco Village Network on Asia and Oceania. Now we are currently doing the regenerative tourism package with them and with the organization from France, and another ecotourism package, volunteering ecotourism package from also by one of the NGO in Germany. So now our aim is how actually Lantan can also spreading to the global, achieving to the global scale, and then can be more known by doing some international collaborative project with another NGOs and others organization that actually have the same vision and the same goal with us. That what we currently doing now, because it's very important for us. It's not only just to work alone, but to have a collaboration, because as what the SDG 17 said, that partnership from the goal, and it's to achieve bigger goal is need collective work with another stakeholders in international level. But the thing is, we still concentrate and focus in Lantan village. But I hope that's because of there are 4,000 village-based tourism in Indonesia. I hope Lantan can become one of the role model for other village-based tourism in Indonesia. That's why also me and the student of the University of Hamburg in German, we are still, making a framework or guideline for the ecotourism as well, that can be adaptive for other village. About the inclusivity, we want to also to not only produce this framework in English, but also in Indonesia languages, so it can be accessible and available to other villages as well for the inclusivity. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Trishna, for the answer. To sum up, right now, Mrs. Trishna is focusing on partnership with foreign NGOs and also other communities to better the facilities probably, and also the effectiveness in the Lantan village. Also, she hopes that Lantan village will hopefully become a role model so that other villages in Indonesia can also follow the past steps to be a more agrotourism village for in the future, perhaps. Next up, the question from Mr. Kuba. Hi, how do you promote your villages and how do you reach to the people from abroad, for example, to visit your places? It is social media or other channels? Perhaps the question should be answered by Mas Koko first. Right now, Mas Koko, can you tell us how do you promote Genggelang to other people?
Yes. How we promote our village, our tourism. Firstly, we need to join with so many people. People from the village, and then also people from the outside there. Like we need to connecting with some NGO, as Mr. Trisna said before, and then some something like who help us in the promote our village. And then also here we have a promote, and also here we promoted our village by the social media. Like we also here we have Instagram. You can check on your Instagram, Genggelang Wisata Genggelang. So you can find on the Instagram as well. And then also we promote from YouTube, and then also another social media. Yeah, sometimes we promote from the people who come to our village, and then tell them what is your experience, what is your feeling in our village. You should to tell to your family, to your friend, to your to your family. I mean to your family who will come and tell them what is going on in our village. Yeah, that's all I think.
Okay, thank you, Mas. Include the your social media channels to promote Lantan Fish and method mediums of promotion. I'm sorry, am I audible?
Yes, now
All
you
I
right.
think there was some problem with your voice, but now it's okay.
Ah,
I think.
oh, maybe I should repeat my question then. Maybe for Mrs. Trista, I noticed earlier that you already include your social media channels in your presentation for London Village, right? Is there any other methods of promotion that you do for London Village, probably to engage people from outside of Indonesia, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it's during my research about the sustainable project in German, what I found that actually it's not only just utilizing your social media, especially to see what is the trend in digital marketing, especially for this time. It's really is very engaging. It's very good tool to actually to expand your projects on digital aspect. But the thing is, what we forget is the review on the Gmaps. It's very important because of especially someone from the outside, when they come to, they will search on the Google, and they will type your places, and they will see this testimonial, the review in the Gmap. So that's what we are trying to do in London, that every visitor that come to our village, we really like encourage them to leave a good review testimonial on the Gmap. That was something we sometimes really forget about. And the second one is, I remember what our visitor come. Um, Lantan activities is very good, is very connecting to the local. We really like it, but we don't find anywhere the website, because of, even though that the social media growth is very fast and it's very bigger, but many people still still seek for the website to dig more, to know more about your work. That's why now this year we start to develop our website. It's called lantanecotourism.com. It already hosted, but it's not really completed yet. So it's not only by utilizing the social media as what I presented on our presentation, but also don't forget to utilize and maximize your Gmaps, put your village in the Gmap, and encourage your visitor to leave positive review on the Gmaps. And the second one is also website. Don't forget, website is very important because of international visitor. They really love to read your work on the website, especially also if you want to get funding and anything to develop your projects. This current thing that we did. Thank you.
I see. Thank you so much, Mrs. Trishna. So to sum up of Mr. Kuba, social media is truly very important to promote your villages to other people, especially from foreign countries, but also developing your website and utilizing Gmaps review is also very important to engage audiences from abroad to be interested to visit your village. Also, Mas Kuko also tell us earlier that engaging with communities such as NGO is also very vital to make sure that the name of your village also reaches outside. And what's also more important is also the word from mouth to mouth, because even though we already have other technologies or digital footprints on how the village works, how the village is a great place, word reviews from people who already visited that you already know, and it's from word from mouth to mouth. Reviews is also very important to make other people be interested to visit your village. I guess that's all for Mr. Kuba. I hope it answers. The next question is from Elista Amber. Good afternoon. My name is Alice, and I have a question for the speakers. From your perspective, what is the special appeal of agrotourism as it is not as popular as urban tourism? And how can people, especially the youth, help promote agrotourism? Thank you. Thank you, Alice, for the questions. Perhaps we can receive answer from Ami first. Ami, can you hear me? Oh, perhaps the connection is bad. Sorry, am I audible?
Okay, yes.
All right.
What the question?
The question is, according to Ami, what is the special appeal? What makes agrotourism special? Because it's not very popular from urban tourism. And how does youth be able to promote agrotourism?
Okay. Chef is the special one is like local culture, yeah, because I think it's like the activity local in here, Ganglang is little bit different than the other. So sometimes like is when I given like about the plantation. So because the plantation they know from the beginning, from because I get explained from the how to make good growing like coffee even cocoa, because they can do from the beginning. I mean is from the seed and start for plant until how many month they get, how many week they get 2 or 3 leaf, and after I mean is to the garden process, harvest process and testimony. I mean is test the fruits or tasty like the coffee, something like that. So because in agro, they can do many things here, because in Ganglang is so many kind of the fruit, many kind of plantation, many kind of activity from the local people. That is many tourism want to know. Yeah, from from the farming and some from the farming and from I don't know in English what you say when we have like some buffalo and they get given something like grass every day like that, and then take milk from the goat also, buy fresh milk from the goat. That is really interesting for the tourism. And then so yeah, many times and they look funny, but that is fine. That is they say is sometimes like they learn about everything. Sometimes they say like only one at time on their life like that. And then so for the next question for the promo. So it's similar like Coco answer. We do like social media also, and then so almost every visitor come to my village. We tell about the place, have ask for my promotion about my village, and then so, and often we share about the what our program and share with them a friend. Yeah, when I get back from Lombok, and then they're talking with them friend recommended come to Lombok or come to Ganglang because in here is they can do so many things. People like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the answers, Ami. I guess to sum it up, the from questions from Alice, what makes agrotourism have special appeal is because they have a very unique local culture, and that you have also have firsthand experience in engaging with nature. And the questions for how can people, especially youth, help to promote is actually to actually visit the place themselves and also promote it to fellow youth so that people will be interested to come to your village, especially in Genggelang and also Lantan. Right. Thank you so much, Ami, for the answer.
Okay, you're
Now,
welcome.
thank you. So now the next question is from Mbak Tami to Ms. Trisna. Tourism trend is always evolving, like a shift from wellness tourism to virtual tour. How do you update and adapt to these changes to keep tourists still interested in ecotourism?
Yeah, actually, this is one of my very, I can say that something new experience for me, something new lit about the virtual tourism. Because at the first I thought that virtual tourism is really challenging to do, especially in our village. How we do that, but I cannot answer it as for my experience, but for someone other NGOs in London, that one of the NGOs in London, they do the virtual tourism. For the example, they have a collaboration with a village in India, and in India, the people that who doesn't have any access or cannot go to the India, they can know about how the farmer do that, how the village local life by just watching by just joining the Zoom, the virtual Zoom. So that's something actually really we want to do. We want to do those things, especially for the people who doesn't have any capacity or access to go to our village, that they can know more. It's not only just watching by YouTube, but also they can have a virtual tour, and with that we can guide them by utilizing the Zoom or another virtual communication. But that's something very new, but we would like to open on that and to also to learn more about those things. But there is some NGO that already do that, especially the NGOs in London. Maybe I will share it in Batami, and that can share to other people as well, for that how actually these NGOs work too, so we can learn also how they work. It's very interesting actually how actually technology has been advanced, and how actually it can make our life easier as well. But we also have interest to do that, but for now we just still learning, but not to become one of our ecotourism packages.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Trisna, for the answer. Perhaps in the future, Lantan and Genggelang could also have a virtual tour so that people who cannot afford to go to Lombok, or probably people who are still unable to do so, can still virtually be able to enjoy the great sceneries of Lombok. Thank you so much, Mbak Tambi, for the questions. The next question is from Ola. Who are the tourists coming to your village? What is their profile? Do you see any trend that it is more likely for international students or more adults? Perhaps right now, since Ms. Trisna already answered, right now we can give the opportunity to Mas Koko. Mas Koko, who are exactly the tourists of Genggelang? Are they adults, students, or are they more likely people from outside of Indonesia?
Yeah, thank you, Ola. Yeah, especially the national student also invited to come to our village, and then 2 years ago, here we have like a very big event for the tourism, for the local, for the ecotourism, because here we promote 5P. Here we have 5P zone. The first P is people and planet, and then prosperity, partnership, and then fish. Yeah. So many people from out there interested with our 5P, with our zone, and then many students as well from the local student until from the national student, international student come to our village. So many kind of them, so many profile of them who come to our village, because we have like 5P zone. Yeah, I want to explain a little bit about 5P. First, if you come to if you come to planet zone, there are in three house. We have three house on the spot with a beautiful viewpoint, and then with the waterfall sounds beside, and then we will coming you with local food, with fresh coconut in peace zone. And then after that, if you move to prosperity, we have cacao garden. Cacao garden is there. We explain how the cacao garden, how they are manage the cacao until so many people who can work in the cacao, in the small cacao factory over there. And then we move to people zone, and then in the people zone here we have like auditorium, not really big, but it's very interested, very useful for people zone. So many people come, and we have lunch in people zone with all the visitors, and then with the all community, and then with the children. We gathering here in the auditorium. And then this zone is a history about our missing village and our Genggelang village. Yeah, that I think that's all is from me. Thank you, Ola.
All right, thank you so much, Mas Koko, for the answer. So perhaps the visitors to the village, there's of group of people who, hello, am I audible?
Yes, we
Hello?
can hear you, but previously was something wrong with your signal, but now it's okay.
Oh, so now it's okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ola. As we observe from the answers by Mas Koko, it seems that especially in Genggelang, there's all sort of people from all sorts of demographics who visits Genggelang. But students, especially local students and international students, are all very enthusiastic to also visit Genggelang. Ms. Trisna also added in the group chat, in the chat box, that as what is observed from the database, mostly for ecotourism packages in Lantan, international visitors, especially from Europe and Japan, and domestic tourists are NGOs and from university students. And for the adventure package, the tourists are mostly domestic tourists from community, university, and school. So it seems that the question for Ola, the answer is there are all sorts of people who visits the ecotourism villages, both in Lantan and Genggelang. It seems that a lot of different packages cater to different kind of demographics, but it seems that both adults and also young people, children, and also from international and local people from Indonesia, all are very interested in visiting the agrotourism initiatives in both Lantan and also Genggelang. And then, is there any questions that we hasn't answered? Or perhaps Ola also added another questions. Do you have any exchange programs with international students or adults? Probably Ms. Trisna, since you already explained before about the packages in the chat box, is there any specific packages or probably programs for exchanges, probably for students?
Yeah, we have our ecotourism package. That is the coffee production is mostly the one that we do the exchange program with the university student, especially the one from the tourism university. So that's one of our ecotourism package that mostly we do the exchange program, or especially if they want to do the one how to say it, like I think I will answer in bahasa Indonesia and you can translate it to me. Salah satu kegiatan mahasiswa itu kan praktik kerja lapangan. Nah, dalam praktik kerja lapangan ini terkadang sifatnya individual dan sifatnya kolektif. Nah, di mana salah satu paket wisata yang sering dijadikan exchange program antara universitas ini dengan kami adalah produksi tradisional kopi, karena di sana mereka juga tidak hanya belajar tentang bagaimana produksi kopi, juga bagaimana SME atau UMKM dilakukan dalam tahap oleh kelompok wanita tani. Itu sih untuk yang exchange program dengan universitas, dan juga beberapa program research dan juga program KKN ataupun service community antara universitas. Dan tahun depan kita akan mengadakan research program dengan Universitas Mataram di bidang jurusan komunikasi. Seperti itu. You can translate the story.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Trisna. So basically, to sum up, different kind of packages is available for exchange students, for both from local and international students, because mostly in Indonesia there are already programs within their schools or universities, both for internships or probably like community service programs. So perhaps different kind of packages will cater to different kind of people, especially if you are going to come as an individual or collective people. Perhaps that's all for Ola's question. Is there any other questions? Or perhaps because there's no questions, I was wondering perhaps maybe Mbak Tami or Miss Banaya also can also answer. Does Genggelang also have an international students exchange program, or is it all mostly tourism?
Okay, maybe I can answer. So, for example, in Genggelang, it's usually addressed for certain volunteers, right? So we do have a volunteering program in which students, youth, professionals, academia from within the country and also internationally can come and have an extended stay. Because most recently, one of our very own people from here, Miss Alexandra, also came as one of our volunteers. And this is, our international outreach, and she spent some time there. We do also have some offers for the students at university. However, it is not yet within, a regular program for each university. We open it to the public, and people can apply to become volunteers and also, get get the opportunity for a fully funded stay, for example, at Kenglang, in which they have an exchange of knowledge and also do some volunteering programs at Kenglang. Our plan is to upscale this so that more and more people can come and more engagement can be done by a multitude of professionals, so from various fields, etc., to collaborate on a program. And we are still trying to organize it into a more regular and sustainable program. However, some piloting projects have been done. Currently as well, we do have a volunteer, not necessarily somebody from the youth, but actually someone from the elder that is more elderly, over 50 years old, staying there, volunteering, helping out with anything that is being done in the village. Coco is actually assisting him. His name is Mr. Bill, and he's helping out to build things, to renovate some of the facilities at the village houses, etc. So this is the type of program that we are currently doing, because the PKL program is already assisted through the village government. They are readily receiving it. So the ECCO as an NGO is not facilitating that because it's running smoothly already there. So we are more on additional outreach programs.
I see. Thank you, Ms. Naya, for answering the questions. I hope that answers Ola for the questions whether Keglang also have an international exchange program. I suppose since there's no other questions for now, I would like to firstly thank you all the participants for having an active discussion session. Thank you all for asking questions. And please, we also already prepared a small gift also for all the lucky people who asked questions today. So for people who asked questions today, please stay tuned in the group so that if you are lucky, we will also contact you later to prepare the gift for you. I think we can conclude today's main sessions, right, Mbak? All right. On behalf of ECCO Foundation and 5P Global Movement, I would like to thank you for our amazing speakers, Ms. Trisna, Mr. Amit Darto, and also Mas Koko for our very insightful sharing sessions today. I hope that all the knowledge that we have gained today is also useful for us as youth and also for other people. I hope everyone will be inspired to also be able to contribute perhaps to newly developed initiatives of agrotourism perhaps in the future. And I hope that everyone will have an opportunity to come visit Lantan and Genggelang some days.
Second session.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet all of you again. And thank you very much for such an interesting presentation. It was very, very interesting.
Thank you so much everyone for the questions and for the insightful discussion today. Before we end today's session, we would like to also share a feedback form. So please take a moment. Please take a moment, everyone, to fulfill the feedback form that will be shared to the chat box in a moment. A second. Hold on. All right. I think since we have a few difficulties, connection difficulties right now, please take a moment to fulfill this feedback questionnaire so that we can improve for the second session also. Wait a second. All right, I've already sent it in the group chat. Oh, the chat box. I hope it can be accessed by everyone. Please take a moment to fulfill the feedback form for everyone. While we wait, I would also like to remind everyone that today is still the first session, and the second session will be held on November the 30th at the same time at 3 to 5 p.m. GMT +7 or Waktu Indonesia Barat. And we will discuss other aspects of agrotourism that relates more to skincare, and also we will engage new speakers for the second session. The few speakers are very notable. Probably you guys already recognize Mari Natasha as the food blogger who is very popular, perhaps on Instagram and other social medias, or also the founder of Iwani, the skincare products, probably also very popular towards the youth right now. We look forward for everyone in this session to also attend the second session and receive more discussions in that cover other topics of agrotourism. Perhaps, so we will look forward to everyone's attendance also in the second session. Perhaps the feedback form has already been shared. If you have trouble accessing it, please also let us know in the group chat. I think that's all for me. Can we end it right now, Miss Annie? All right. All right. Then before we end the today's session, I would like to ask everyone in the webinar today to open your camera. So let's take a picture for a bit. All right. Thank you, everyone. Is there any other people who wants to open their camera? Right. Is that all? I think that's all. Maybe we can just take a picture right now. Is that okay, Miss Annie? All right. Then I will lead the picture session. All right. All right. Now please smile to the camera. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's take one more. All right. One more picture. Okay. 3, 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you everyone for attending today's session. It has been very insightful. Thank you. If anyone else missed the link or having trouble, we will also share the feedback link to the WhatsApp group chat. So please make sure to fulfill the feedback link by the end of the day. I think that's all. For today's session. I look forward to meeting you all in the second session in November 30. Thank you everyone for attending today. Goodbye.
Thank you. It was great.
Thank you so much,
Guys.
Ola.
Amazing job.
Thank you, Mas Koko, Miss Trisna, and Ami.
Thank you.